All right, so I decided to re-upload this video because there was so much information and updates I was putting in the comment section, clarifying things and fixing things that I kind of got a little twisted to where I just had to re-record my thoughts on this. So what we're talking about today is the latest update for AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade Machine, which is version 5.18.0. These fools be updating the system every week, it seems. Most of their devices get a new update quite often. So, I mean, hey, good on them for being on top of it with the bug fixes, the feature additions, and whatever else they're doing with these updates. Systems have definitely come a long way. And I've said it multiple times. The at games of today is not the at games of 2 years ago. And yeah, they've impressed me with what they've been doing here. So with this specific update, it brings in a new feature for ArcadeNet. Now, ArcadeNet for a while was a free service that was in beta, so you're just messing around with it. You didn't have to pay for it or anything. And there was a bunch of games on there. And there still is, but there's more games now. There's pinball, tons of Neo Geo stuff. They continually add to it to provide more value, I guess. But now it's a paid service, so with this update, they put out a new feature called Lobbies, right? You now have a lobby for ArcadeNet. And I'm not saying that this really brings it out there to where I think it's worth paying for this service, because I really think they still have a long way to go. And I'll talk about that a little more in this video. Things that like people had brought up in the previous version of this video. Like, what would you like to see them do? So I'll go over some of that in a moment here. But this lobbies thing is it's definitely a step in the right direction, I would say. In that, with ArcadeNet, it's typically something you want to use to play games online. Yeah, it's cloud streaming of retro games, but really the draw is the multiplayer aspect of it. To get on there and play Metal Slug with a friend or Samurai Showdown. And I think from my experience messing with it, the service has worked fairly well as far as latency and whatnot goes, but it's kind of a pain in the ass the way it initially worked. So with this lobby situation, now you have a nice little setup where you could select a game, create game rooms, invite your friends, or they can invite you and you join their lobby. If you want to use a microphone, you can chat it up and talk about whatever weird shit you want to talk about before you throw down in some, Garu Mark of the Wolves or whatever you're playing, right? I'm not really all that into chatting with people, stuff like this. I just want to play my games, but it's there if you want to do it, right? So you have a lobby where you can just hang out, get those games set up. Now, initially I thought like, oh, cool, you can create a game room and just chill and wait for some peeps to show up and challenge you. But that's not the way it works. The way it works is it's just friends. That's it. Now, there is a way to find people and add them through this lobby system, but it still needs some work, in my opinion, because it's that stranger danger thing that I don't like here. Not that I'm afraid of strangers. It's that I want to play with strangers. I don't want to join a Facebook group and chat with people and be like, hey, here's my AtGames username. I don't want to I hate social media to begin with, so I don't want to connect with people that way. Like, I just want to play with strangers. Just like if I go on the PlayStation or I go on the Xbox, I want to play with some strangers who are going to, talk shit or whatever. Like I said, I don't really use a mic anyway, but, I want to play with somebody. If I want to play, I don't want to play with myself. I want to play with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the way this system works right now. Now, I did find if you go to recent games, which was footage that I recorded and I didn't put in the first video, so I re-recorded a snippet and threw it in here just to show you that I did find, like, if you go through there, you can see recent games that were played. And I'm not 100% their intent on how this works, but I've seen where it'll show usernames, not on every game for some reason. Maybe it's somebody who added you as a friend. I have no freaking clue, because the system, it's not as intuitive as I would like right now, but it'll show people and you can add them. Now, I don't know if it works, because I tried adding some rando and I looked at my friends list and it doesn't show them. So I don't know if it's fully working, but it is one way that it looks like will possibly work for that purpose. So there is that. Now, I really do think they need to open this thing up to just have actual lobbies of strangers show up and you could play with them. Now, I don't know if they want to do something like that or not, like, because maybe they would have to put in like I mean, just be big boys and fucking play your games. But I wouldn't want, oh, you have a reporting system because I chatted with this person and they told me I suck. So I'm so offended I have to get them banned. Like, I don't know. I don't see any need for that kind of crap, but you never know. There's a lot of people out there who are really sensitive and, whatever. Just don't chat with people. Then just play your damn games. You know what I'm saying? But I think they need to open it up. That will provide more value to me. But one of the biggest things, also, like I wanted to go over this feature here, this lobby thing. Creating rooms, inviting friends, or getting invited into their room. You can chat, voice chat, which you've always been able to do, or not always, but for the longest time on these systems, they've had voice chat. But it's neat. But I think one of the bigger things with ArcadeNet is, since it can be ran across multiple, products from AtGames, the Legends Gamer Pro, the Mini, the Core, that kind of thing, even the pinball machine. It needs to have button configurations. I got to have control over my control. Now, using the stock built-in arcade stick on the Legends Ultimate, it seems to be fine. But when you use like the Legends Gamer Pro, some games, the buttons are all over the damn place where your brain will not be able to wrap itself around what the hell's going on. And that really needs to be rectified. So for me, we need to be getting more games added to the service. We need to have an open lobby system. That way we could actually find people to play and to add friends type of thing. Because I don't, I'm not going to go around and get a bunch of YouTubers that just talk shit about each other like on my friends list. I don't want to chat with none of those people. I just want to play. And if I'm going to pay for a service, I don't want to be part of no dumbass inner circle of, fanboys and whatnot. I just want to play. You know what I mean? I think this is a fantastic device, and there's a lot of people out there that I would enjoy playing it with, but I don't want to be stuck to a specific group of people. I want the strangers to come in and like whoop my ass on Samurai Showdown, create a grudge, and add them to my friends list. Next time I see them on, I'm gonna freaking invite them to a lobby and fight them. You know what I mean? Exact my revenge type of thing. And with the way the system's working right now, $10 a month, I believe it is. Or yeah, if you do the 6 months, it's like $10 a month. If you go month to month, it's hella more. It's not cheap, man. When you compare it to other services out there, they do need to provide more value, in my opinion. It's going in the right direction. It's not quite there yet, but get them button configurations in there. Get the open lobby system in there. Add more games, and I give this like a big thumbs up. Right now, I'm kind of in the middle. Like if I were asked, are you going to pay to continue this service? At this point, my answer would be no. And I just got to be upfront with you guys. Love these devices. The service is kind of cool, but for me, I'm not going to pay for it until all that stuff gets implemented. So there you go. Appreciate it. Peace out. Bye-bye. Peanut and boom. Bye.